Picture this for a moment. It's Friday night in 1994. You pile into the car with your family. Someone's arguing about what movie to watch. Someone else is already thinking about popcorn. And there's only one place everyone is heading, the video rental store. You walk through the doors and suddenly you're surrounded by hundreds of colorful VHS boxes. Action movies, comedy movies, horror movies, cartoons. Somewhere in that store is the perfect movie for tonight. But there's a catch. If someone else rented the last copy, you're out of luck. For millions of families, this was a weekly ritual, a small adventure that turned movie night into an event. But today, those places are almost completely gone. So what happened? Today on TechVibes, we're diving into the forgotten story of video rental stores, how they became one of the biggest entertainment industries in the world, and why they vanished faster than almost anyone expected. And if you grew up during the VHS era, this story might feel like opening a time capsule. Before video rental stores existed, watching a movie at home was actually pretty difficult. If you wanted to see a film, you usually had two choices. You could go to the movie theater, or you could wait months, sometimes years, for the film to appear on television. That was it. There was no streaming, no on-demand movies, no digital downloads. Once a movie left theaters, it mostly disappeared for a while. But everything began to change in the late 1970s when something revolutionary arrived in homes across America, the VCR. Short for video cassette recorder, this machine allowed people to play movies on VHS tapes right in their living rooms. At first, these devices were incredibly expensive. Early VCRs could cost over $1,000, which would be several $1,000s today. So only a few households had them. But as prices slowly dropped during the early 1980s, something interesting happened. More families started buying VCRs, and suddenly a new business opportunity appeared. People needed movies to watch. But buying VHS tapes wasn't cheap either. In fact, many tapes cost $70 to $100 each in the early days. Imagine paying that much just to own one movie. For most families, that simply wasn't practical. So a few entrepreneurs had a clever idea. Instead of selling movies, why not rent them? That idea sparked the birth of the video rental store. One of the earliest examples appeared in the late 1970s, but the real explosion happened during the 1980s. Thanks for joining us for this trip down memory lane. Stay tuned for part 2 of the TechVibes history series. Small, independent video stores began popping up everywhere. Shopping plazas, neighborhood corners, even inside convenience stores. These places became treasure troves for movie lovers. For the first time, people could walk into a store and choose from hundreds of films, old classics, brand new releases, hidden gems you'd never heard of, and the experience of visiting a video store was special. If you grew up in that era, you probably remember the feeling. Walking down the aisles, reading the backs of VHS boxes, looking at dramatic cover art, trying to decide what movie was worth your precious rental. Sometimes the cover art was even more exciting than the movie itself. But the biggest moment came in 1985. That's when a company called Blockbuster opened its first store in Dallas, Texas. Blockbuster took the video rental idea and turned it into something much bigger. The stores were larger, brighter, organized with neat rows of movies. They used computer systems to track rentals. And they stocked multiple copies of popular films so customers had a better chance of finding what they wanted. The concept worked, and it worked incredibly well. By the early 1990s, Blockbuster had become a giant. New stores appeared everywhere, blue and yellow signs glowing at night, shelves packed with VHS tapes, employees recommending movies to customers. At its peak, Blockbuster had thousands of stores around the world. But Blockbuster wasn't the only player. There were also chains like Hollywood Video, Family Video, and thousands of small local shops. Each store had its own personality. Some were cozy neighborhood businesses, others had entire sections dedicated to horror movies, kids' films, or foreign cinema. And then there was the most stressful part of the whole experience, new release night. When a big movie came out on VHS, everyone wanted it. And the video store might only have a few copies. So if you arrived late, the shelf might be empty. All that remained were the plastic display boxes, which meant one thing: someone else got there first. For many families, video store trips became a weekly ritual. Friday nights were especially busy. Parents browsing action movies, Kids rushing to the cartoon section, teenagers looking for the latest horror film. Sometimes people spent half an hour just walking around trying to decide. And once you finally chose your movie, there was still one important rule: be kind, rewind. Because VHS tapes had to be rewound before the next customer watched them. Some stores even charged rewind fees if you returned a tape without rewinding it, which led to the creation of one of the most wonderfully unnecessary gadgets of the 90s, the VHS rewinder. You'd pop the tape in, press a button, and it would rewind faster than your VCR. It sounds funny now, but people loved them. By the mid-1990s, video rental stores had become a massive industry. Americans rented billions of movies every year. Entire weekends revolved around picking the right film, and for many kids growing up during that era, the video store felt magical. But as powerful as that industry seemed, technology was already preparing its replacement. In the late 1990s, a new format appeared: the DVD. Compared to VHS tapes, DVDs were smaller, clearer, and didn't require rewinding. Movies looked better, menus allowed instant scene selection, and discs didn't wear out like tapes. Video rental stores adapted at first. They started stocking DVD versions alongside VHS tapes. But something else was happening at the same time. The internet was slowly becoming part of everyday life. In 1997, a small company called Netflix appeared. At first, Netflix wasn't a streaming service. It mailed DVDs to customers. You chose movies online, they arrived in your mailbox. No late fees, no rushing to return tapes. And people liked that convenience. But the real turning point came a decade later, when high-speed internet became common. Suddenly, movies could be streamed instantly. No store visits, no physical discs, just press play. Once that happened, the decline of video rental stores accelerated. Blockbuster tried to compete, but the shift came too quickly. Customers preferred the convenience of streaming. Stores began closing, locations disappeared one by one, and by the early 2010s, the once massive Blockbuster empire had collapsed. Today, only a single official Blockbuster store still operates in the United States. It's located in Bend, Oregon, a living museum of the video rental era. But even though the stores disappeared, the memories didn't, because video rental stores were more than just businesses. They were part of everyday life. They were places where families made decisions together, where friends recommended movies, where kids discovered films they would remember forever. By the way, if stories like this bring back memories for you, take a moment to like the video, share it with someone who remembers the video store days, and subscribe to TechVibes for more nostalgic tech stories. Because sometimes the most fascinating technology stories aren't about gadgets. They're about the experiences those technologies created. Today, we live in a world where thousands of movies are just a click away. Streaming services offer endless libraries of content, and convenience has never been greater. But something changed along the way. The experience became quieter, more personal, less communal, because there was something special about walking through those aisles of VHS tapes, about judging movies by their cover art, about arguing with friends over what to rent, about racing to grab the last copy of a new release. Video rental stores turned movie night into an event, a ritual, a small adventure. And for those who lived through that era, those memories still feel incredibly vivid. So now I want to ask you something. Do you remember your local video rental store? Was it Blockbuster or a small neighborhood shop? And what was the movie you rented the most? Share your memories in the comments. Let's relive those video store nights together.